It's vlog day 567, which is really easy to remember because it's all in sequential order. 5, 6, 7. Whoa, get away from me, man. I know jujitsu. I get you. I get you. Morning or evening. I mean, it's evening here now. It's like 7:30. I'm about to head out to Natasha's birthday, and I've kind of had a weird day. I mean, kind of a normal day at the same time. I packed up and left here and went down to the Peloton to write for a little bit. I got some writing done, which was good. Well, I didn't really write. I was working on my synopsis for Agner's box to get that sent out, which was good. Just kind of plugged away at a couple of other things and had coffee and was generally, productive. I read a lot. I've been reading Smythe's Explorer. The Explorer, is it James Smythe? James Smythe, I think. John Smythe? James Smythe. I think it's James Smythe. It's good. It's a really good book. And I've been enjoying that. Although I found myself reading The Most Beautiful Walk because I can't film myself on my phone, unfortunately. Did laundry. It's pretty cold outside, really rainy, but just got stuff done. You can probably see the laundry behind me, actually. I just dumped it out to cool. I need to fold it up. I'm just kind of having a bum day. I recognize that it's weird. There are patterns to the bum days. We've talked about this before. And back when we had garage monologues, I don't know if you were watching my vlog like 400 days ago, then you would have seen those too, where I really have come to recognize my ups and downs, especially when they were induced by travel, when I had my travel schedule and I was on a plane every 3 or 4 days. And then when I was like really struggling when I was in Spokane, there was another pattern to that, and I kind of recognized that. And now the pattern is kind of twofold. One is that, I fell behind a little bit on sleep. I had a really busy week between teaching English and getting everything prepped for the Insta course and trying to finish Agner's box and get the query ready, doing all that research. I had a lot of work to do. I got a lot done this week, which was really good. So I was a little bit tired from that, and then not getting enough sleep was part of it. But I've gone on a couple of dates recently, and this is something that I do not talk about because I kind of have decided that the dating side of things I probably should not talk about. But I don't want to Taylor Swift myself. Sorry, Tay-Tay, if you're watching this. I don't want to, make it more difficult. It's already difficult enough to date being a vlogger for a number of reasons, which we can go into. But then, I don't ever want to hurt or offend anybody that I've gone on a date with, especially if it wasn't super great. But I recognize that, whether they are great or not, whether I end the date thinking, wow, I really want to see this person again, or wow, I really don't. And all of them obviously don't really work out. Otherwise, I wouldn't be talking about this like this. Their own weird ways, it's never the same thing twice, at least. But it does leave me kind of bummed because there's a level of loneliness to it. It highlights the loneliness that I'm already quite accustomed to, but would like to shake at some point. And so that's another reason that I don't want to talk about it, is because people tend to thrust all kinds of things upon you when you're single. I think we thrust stuff upon each other all the time, no matter what. But the stuff that gets thrust upon you when you're single are things like, oh, you should enjoy being single. Enjoy it while it lasts. It's so great, which is true. And I'm trying to do so. I'm taking great advantage of the fact that I'm single. And then other bullcrap like, well, once you stop wanting it, that's when it finally comes. That's not helpful. There are a lot of not helpful things that get said along the way. And so I tend to avoid talking about it because I don't want to hear those things anymore. It was kind of like I tweeted the other day when people tell me, I can't figure out why you don't have more subscribers. It's kind of like the YouTube version of being told, I can't figure out why you're still single. I can tell you reasons why I'm still single. And that's the thing. I think that to be fair, I'm a pretty miserable candidate for a boyfriend right now anyways, because if you look at it, I went on a date recently. I went on a date yesterday with a lovely woman. She's awesome, really beautiful, smart, incredible, blah, blah, blah. But I had to work extra hard to even be able to go on that date. I started filming early and I filmed in a way, well, not much earlier than I normally do, I guess, but with the intention of finishing filming over the course of the day with less to edit and just trying to manage my vlog because I had to work a full 8 hours plus, an hour and a half worth of travel time at least. And then I also had a conference call with Kickstarter and Readsy and Insta last night that I had to do as well. So I had to rush home, try to edit as quickly as I could, finish that up, have the conference call, and then race to be there a half an hour late, which I had forewarned her about, but just because, the way that things were working out with the timing of all that work. And it's a lot of work. It's pretty tiring. And it's too much. It's definitely too much. That's what Jeff was telling me via text last night. He's like, you're just cramming too much in. And I was like, I know, but it doesn't work when the date gets postponed and it gets postponed to a day where it's just a full day and whatever else. So it's difficult anyways, logistically just going out is difficult. Because if I don't get the vlog finished beforehand, I'm literally a drink in thinking, well, I probably should go home and edit soon, which is not, I mean, it's a good litmus test for how interested you really are, but at the same time, not the best place to be while dating. So anyways, the dating thing is lame, and it's got me in this kind of a funk, and it's a funk a little bit because, I mean, it leaves you questioning your own self-worth to some degree, just a little bit. It has to be, still single and to go out with somebody and to not feel like that's going to go anywhere. And then you're like, well, why not? This person's pretty cool. I don't know what I did wrong. And I generally assume that it's me. I mean, there are times you can definitely pin a lot of things on somebody if you go on a date and it's like, wow, this is really bad. That's all that can always be true. But even if like it's very clearly not your fault, like I always do internalize it a little bit and think like, well, what could I do to be a better person or a better date or a better anything? And it's all a little bit confusing. I'm generally pretty confused right now about that stuff, to be honest. And I feel like I should be honest about that because it's a big part of my life. Even if it's not one that's easy to share, and even if I'm not going to share the details, it just leaves you feeling like a little bit lost. And so then, and I also don't want to share it because I just don't want to hear about it. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to. It's such a raw topic that don't be surprised if I don't respond to comments about this, because I try to respond to all comments, but like I don't want to talk about it that much. I'm happy to share that it's a struggle and that I'm trying to figure it out, but like there's no prescription for it. Like there's no way to change that, and there's no way for it to, you just got to do what you do and you got to figure it out. But generally when talking with people about it, the insensitivity that comes through, or people forgetting what it was like to be single, or I don't know, whatever it is, it tends to be very off-putting. So that's another reason why I don't want to talk about it much. And it's not an easy subject to talk about, and I don't really want to talk about it, and I've avoided talking about it pretty successfully for the most part, but it's also just, it is a big part of my life, and it's something that, is going on, does affect me. And so that's why today, like I made popcorn and I read a book, and, I just generally tried, kind of chilled out. I slept in a little bit, let myself sleep, and then I, just tried to chill today. And hopefully that was, had a positive net effect. And the other thing about it is the reason that I also don't want to share it sometimes is because I know that tomorrow I'm going to feel better. Like one more sleep, one more day's distance between myself and that. Tomorrow will be better and I'll feel better tomorrow. I mean, that's just the way it works. I'll still carry that loneliness, and I'll still be trying to figure out what to do with myself, and still be probably like, well, I'm still just going to probably avoid the whole dating thing for a little while longer and focus on what I'm trying to do. But also knowing that just kind of feeds back into the problem as well, which isn't great. So I don't have any answers, and I don't have a whole lot of energy. And I guess I'm going to have to edit this together after Natasha's party because I'm already running a little bit late. But yeah, I mean, I have to talk about it somehow on here. Just a little bit, because it is a real part of my life and people ask about it all the time. So yeah, I'm interested to hear your thoughts below, sort of, if you're wanting to make a comment. But I'm also just kind of like ready to go to bed and not, I don't know. I'm just feeling a little bit disappointed and a little bit heartbroken, and not even over this individual, just in general, So like I said, she was great. There's nothing, I've got nothing ill to say of her. It's just all me. Yeah. Anyways, I'm going to go to Natasha's birthday thing, and I will upload this, and I will see you tomorrow. By the time you've seen this, the live stream should be on its way. Walking along Canal San Martin. I think I'm going to try and do it about 5:30 local time, which gives people on Pacific time enough time to wake up. And also, hopefully there will be at least a little sliver of light outside. It won't be so late that it's like dangerous or anything like that, which should be good. So anyways, hopefully tune in for that. Please do subscribe. Tomorrow will be much happier, I'm sure. Tomorrow will be a much lighter day, I'm sure. But it's really important to me, both for my own sake, for like journaling, like this vlog very much is a journal of my life, but also just for the sake of being honest and transparent. Like I don't want to hide this. Like I don't want it to pretend it's not a thing. And it's a thing. Ugh. It's a passing thing. I know it's passing, so I'm not worried about it, but it's the reality in which I stew today. Hooray. Anyways, happy birthday, Natasha. Sorry for a depressing birthday video. I'll see you guys tomorrow.